Well, forget the WWE. There is a new wrestling federation in town.
That's right. Julie Chang getting in on the action. She's live in Pix Plaza with the folks from the Ring of Honor. Julie.
Good morning, Craig. Good morning, everyone. You know, we always like to jumpstart your morning, so...
90 days, bro, right? 3 months at home. With our wives and our kids. Nagging us to death! But no one cares. Nobody cares, right? Nobody cares about what we did for this company. Nobody cares about all the buckets we've bled, all the wars we've had, all the dues we've paid. For you, for this company. No one cares, right? But it's done in Marcos' fault. All this anger, it's their fault. Done in Marcos, just like 3 years ago. Night of appreciation. We destroyed you boys. Easiest night of our lives, and it happens again this afternoon in New York City. It ends right here. Carnage Crew style. Nudie bar.
I've been out on injury because the last time we were in Manhattan, we played by the Rottweilers rules. Well, tonight, we're playing by Jay Lethal's rules.
Sunday afternoon, June 12th. Dave Prazak joined by Jimmy Bauer. Ring of Honor is here in New York City, part of a big weekend for professional wrestling. And Jimmy, are you ready for ROH to take it to the extreme?
Whoa, I don't know if you can say that, Dave Prazak. What I do know is it's an exciting day to be in New York City. We are at the famous Supper Club in the heart of the theater district in Manhattan. Wow, I mean, what an atmosphere we have here tonight. A lot of new fans seeing ROH for the first time live. They're going to be checking out that pay-per-view about 10 blocks away later on tonight. And they'll be taking it to the extreme on that pay-per-view. But right here, right now, we are going to prove that the best wrestling is in ROH, and the future is now with Ring of Honor as Colt Cabana offers his hand to Jimmy Rave. What an opening match we have on hand here.
And Jimmy Rave a little hesitant to shake the hand of Colt Cabana to follow the code of honor.
Of course, Jimmy Rave just coming off that tremendous feud against Colt Cabana's fellow Second City Saint partner CM Punk, ending in that gruesome cage match. And wow, what emotion there was at Nowhere to Run in Chicago. Colt Cabana right now embedded in that feud against Nigel McGuinness. However, McGuinness is scheduled for a pure title match later on tonight, so we have Cabana versus Rave right now.
The Embassy trying to regroup a little bit after that loss to Punk in the cage in Chicago, coming on the heels of the tag team victory for Raven Pastetti last weekend in Buffalo. But right now it's Colt Cabana with two big arm drags on Jimmy Rave and a little bit of strutting from Colt Cabana. Sporting some of the most stylish ring gear that I've seen anywhere in wrestling as of late. Getting funky like a monkey here in New York City.
Of course, you have to watch out because in Jimmy Rave's corner you have the evil dictator from Ghana, Prince Nana, the Outcast Killers, Diablo Santiago and Omar Tortuga, and Prince Nana's personal bodyguard, the Killer Cruel, as well as the beautiful Jade Chung.
Yeah, you can't forget the ring steps. She's hot to death. A couple of high fives when he turned his back on Colt Cabana, who just pats Jimmy Rave, and out to the floor he goes. That's just embarrassment.
Cabana's making Jimmy Rave look like a fool. We have a lot of special features on today's home release. You will see many clips from when Ring of Honor was on WB Channel 11 right here in New York City. We were on the morning show. We have the low-key Austin Aries confrontation, and you're going to see that later on tonight. Of course, ROH on the morning show on May the 6th, the day before Manhattan Mayhem. We have the clips now, and we're going to show them to you.
Jimmy Rave taking control of the action, but Cabana works his way out of that headlock and grabs one on Rave, cranking away on that side headlock as your referee checks on the action.
Colt Cabana very effective in using the European style wrestling. So many holds and counter holds. Once again, Jimmy Rave getting embarrassed.
And the entire embassy doesn't know what to do. He needs to keep his pants on for one thing. Colt Cabana having a little bit of fun here in your opening contest, and Rave walks right into that arm drag once again. Cabana holding onto that arm.
Cabana wrenching it in, picking a body part, a sound strategy here. Colt Cabana, of course, wants to get into pure title contention himself. He needs a victory here in order to do that.
Rave with Cabana set to the ropes. Goes through the legs of Jimmy Rave. Takes a swing. Cabana blocks. Snapmares Rave down to the canvas. Sweeps the legs of Cabana, who bridges onto that pin attempt and has a seat on the back of Rave, but he rolls him up. Gets a near fall right there. Cabana with yet another arm drag on Jimmy Rave.
Cabana looking absolutely awesome.
Prepared for everything that Jimmy Rave sends at him.
You know that right now Nigel McGuinness has to be watching this match to see how Colt Cabana does, but you better believe that Colt Cabana will be watching the Samoa Joe versus Nigel McGuinness pure title match later on tonight.
Jimmy Rave with a shot to the side of the mouth of Colt Cabana. Ducks the clothesline attempt as well as the elbow, and connects with the lariat to the back of the neck of Colt Cabana, and Jimmy Rave gets the upper hand.
Jimmy Rave has been frustrated throughout this bout. Let's see if he can mount some offense here.
Clubbing away on the back of Colt Cabana. and staying focused. One mistake by Colt Cabana and Rave takes advantage, twisting away on the neck and the head.
Jimmy Rave, he's going to watch out for AJ Styles in his future. AJ Styles set to return to Ring of Honor on almost a full-time basis, starting at Death Before Dishonor 3 next week.
Rave snapping the neck of Colt Cabana down to the canvas. Goes for the cover, but not hooking the leg. Cabana able to get his shoulder up.
What Jimmy Rave is trying to do right now is soften Colt Cabana up so that he can hit him with the Rave Clash, which of course is better known as the Styles Clash, a move that Jimmy Rave stole from his former mentor, AJ Styles.
Takes the attention of Todd Sinclair as Prince Nana gets a cheap shot in behind the referee's back.
There's just too many people on the outside, Dave Prazak. That's got to be tough for Colt Cabana.
That's part of the Embassy's strategy, is to utilize the numbers at ringside. They did that with CM Punk for months on end until finally he was able to get Jimmy Rave one-on-one inside of that cage in Chicago and finally score that victory.
What an epic cage match that was at Nowhere to Run. What an epic feud. And Jimmy Rave scored a lot of victories over CM Punk before Punk was able to get revenge.
Cabana chopping away at the chest of Jimmy Rave, sends him into the ropes. Ducks underneath the clothesline attempt. Going for the backslide is Cabana, but Rave staying on his feet. Two knees right into the chin of Cabana, and again, Rave takes the advantage. Goes for the cover very close to the ropes, and Cabana, good ring presence, gets his foot on the bottom rope to break up the pin attempt.
Once again going for the pinfall. And what's Prince Nana doing with Jade Chung on the outside? Just manhandling her. That is totally uncalled for, especially in a promotion called Ring of Honor.
Well, she's basically the property of the Embassy, the ring steps, if you will. And again, the referee's attention diverted by Jimmy Rave and the Embassy. All of them going to work on Cabana on the floor.
It's a feeding frenzy out there. This is not what Ring of Honor is all about.
Again, using the numbers to their advantage, as now both wrestlers out on the floor. Forearm across the back of Cabana by Jimmy Rave. Not a whole lot of room to play with outside the ring here at the Supper Club. We got the fans packed into this building.
It's jam-packed, 800 people here, sold-out crowd in the Supper Club. A lot of first-time ever fans here who came in for the ECW pay-per-view. They're here to check out ROH.
Well, Cabana making the mistake of chopping the ring post and gets forearmed as well. Rave pitches him back inside the ring, looking to capitalize once again. Forearm shot to the jaw of Cabana in the corner as Rave looks to send him across the ring. Cabana takes the buckle that gets the boot up into the face of Jimmy Rave. Again runs right into that boot. Cabana all the way up top. Missile drop kick connects. And Nana's losing it at ringside.
He has a lot of money invested in Jimmy Rave. He has spent a lot of money from the taxpayers in Ghana on Jimmy Rave and his embassy. He demands success.
Jimmy Rave, he said on many occasions that Jimmy Rave is the crown jewel of the embassy. He's his top prospect, and this is a big match here in New York City. Cabana firing away on Jimmy Rave. Tries to fire back. Cabana blocks and connects with another shot of his own. Winds up. Ducks underneath Rave's attempt and the bionic elbow. Chop and down goes Jimmy Rave. Back to his feet. Cabana moves out of the way and comes charging with the butt in the corner. Big lariat from Cabana. Only gets two out of it.
Todd Sinclair right on top of the action. That's why he's the head official here in ROH. He's definitely had his hands full with this one with all the people at ringside.
Cabana looking to follow up right here. Sends Rave into the buckle once again. Comes charging into the elbow.
Cabana is going for those double knees.
Rave to the second turnbuckle, comes off right into the clutch of Colt Cabana, traps the head. Submission predicament for Jimmy Rave, but he takes him over with the suplex.
Cover!
No, Rave able to kick out. Nana getting very worried as he was on the apron, worried about his men, falling to Colt Cabana here in your opener.
This match is only the opening match because of the talent depth that we have on this show. What a lineup we have. This is a very important match to both men. for both men as Colt Cabana going for the Colt 45.
Rave blocks it. Sunset flip by Cabana. Rolls through a running knee.
Cover.
No, only gets 2. Able to block the attempt at the Colt 45 by Cabana. Rave able to hit that running knee, but can't put him away. Now maybe looking for the Rave clash. Oh, the Styles clash.
Oh, he's going to have to answer to AJ for this. He's almost got it hooked. Cabana, great job countering it.
Makes it to the ropes and kicks Jimmy Rave down to the canvas. Back to his feet. Full Nelson applied. No, broken by Cabana. Rave grabs hold of the legs. Cabana, nice bridge.
He's got him.
And the 3 count.
Colt Cabana, a big win in the opening match. And you know that's not going to make Prince Nana happy. Jimmy Rave better be thinking about AJ Styles, though. Last week, Ring of Honor had a very successful debut in the Buffalo market when it presented New Frontiers. One of the highlights of the card was a grueling match pitting Roderick Strong against Alex Shelley. The ending had dire consequences for Shelley as Roderick Strong and Generation Next leader Austin Aries attacked Shelley and injured his back. Alex Shelley is now out of action for an indefinite amount of time with the injury. We will keep you updated at ROHWrestling.com. Izzy with a Phoenix Splash takes out everybody. Dunn and Marcos foiled the attempt of the pile driver by the Carnage Crew. Loke is down on the table now. Oh my God. Oh my God, what's this?
Oh, they can't be thinking about doing this.
Dunn and Marcos wasting no time sliding in the ring to begin this fight. And it is a New York City street fight against the Carnage Crew of Loke and DeVito. Joining me at this time on color commentary, CM Punk.
How you doing, Dave Prazak?
I'm doing a little bit better than Marcos. Hung upside down and dropped down with the vertical suplex.
Oh, this isn't going to be pretty. This is not going to be pretty at all. These two are pissed off at Dunn and Marcos for losing that scramble cage and getting kicked out of Ring of Honor for 90 days.
And you can tell that Loke has been sitting on the couch for 90 days, put on some weight. He's fat, he's drunk, he's pissed off, and he's taking it out on the Ring Crew Express right here.
Well, when Loke sits around the house, he really sits around the house, if you know what I'm saying, Dave Prazak.
Of course, it was the Carnage Crew attacking Dunn and Marcos at the beginning of the Manhattan Mayhem event. Big chair across the back of Dunn. And so you know the Ring Crew Express is out for a little revenge themselves. As right now it's DeVito just pounding away on the head of Marcos.
Well, if this is the way they get revenge, they're not very good at it, are they? They need to go back to revenge school.
And looks like both members of the Ring Crew Express have been busted open. As it's Loke going to work on Dunn inside the ring. And DeVito just trying to bust open the head of Marcos on the floor. Anything goes in this matchup.
Loke now he's just stepping on his head.
And it is all Carnage Crew.
This is a senseless bloodletting.
Big DDT on the floor. You can see the blood just flowing out of the forehead of Marcos. And he's got that alcohol and he's pouring it right into the open wound.
So many things are going through my head right now to say.
This is what you get when you put me out of work for 90 fucking days.
And right there, strong words from DeVito.
Well, CM Punk, I'll take this opportunity to ask you a question. I got a live microphone in front of you. Big show here in New York City. Everyone's talking about you these days, it seems. You are the hottest free agent in professional wrestling today. The question is, are you staying here in Ring of Honor? Is the WWE in your future? Are you headed back to TNA? Maybe Japan? What is in your future, CM Punk? What are you going to do next?
Well, what I'm going to do next is commentate this match, and then I'm going to wrestle Roderick Strong a little bit later in the night. It is no secret I am the hottest free agent in pro wrestling. I have many different avenues in which I can go. You could say there's a fork in the road right now in the career of CM Punk. I don't exactly know what I'm going to do, but I am weighing my options. But Dave, if I may steal a cliche line, don't put the cart before the horse. Because if I do leave, and that is a big if, I'm going to be the Ring of Honor World Champion. You see, Austin Aries' time is about up. He's got a busted neck from a muscle buster, from a sliced bread #2, and God knows what Low Key's going to do to him tonight. It's going to take me slapping on the Anaconda Vice or plunging him to get the 1, 2, 3. And it's the one thing I have to do to make my independent wrestling career complete, Dave Prazak.
Well, a bit of an answer as we've got the action bringing itself back inside the ring as the blood continues to flow. And rings the bell of Marcos right there. Quite literally. Just choking away on that top rope.
You know, I was talking to Loke earlier tonight, and earlier this morning, actually. And I told him it was a little chilly outside, it being the wee early morning hours of New York. And he ran outside with a spoon.
Oh, come on.
Come on, look at him.
It is all Carnage Crew. The Ring Crew Express haven't got much offense. They're trying to fight back. They're doing the best they can here, but it's just too much.
Well,
as DeVito just plants it.
If I can lend my wrestling expert analysis to this, you know, and Lord knows I've been in situations like this, when you lose blood, you get fatigued a lot quicker than you normally would. And both these guys are losing blood. Trademark Carnage Crew maneuver coming right up. What do they call this, Dave?
The Carnage Plex takes him down to the canvas. Not going for the victory.
And why would they? They want to punish these guys. These guys took them out of work for 90 days. You heard DeVito earlier. You see how pissed off these guys are. Man, have you ever seen these guys' wives? They had to stay at home.
A second Carnage Plex and just kicking away at the head of Marcos.
Imagine DeVito sitting on a street corner making sure his kids got on the bus, making sack lunches, cutting the crusts off the peanut butter and jelly. I mean, look at this. They don't like that. They like this.
I think he ate the crust too.
Here's some more vintage Carnage Crew coming right up. I don't know if they got a name for this, but I know it hurts.
Neck breaker splash mountain right on his partner.
It's almost elementary at this point. They're bruised, they're bloody, they're battered. Dunn and Marcos, man, I can't honestly say I've ever seen them look this beat up before.
Well, two of the hardest hitting, the most rough and tough individuals in Ring of Honor today, going underneath the ring for a ladder. And they took way too much time with that ladder and paid the price as Dunn and Marcos went soaring.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!
Dunn bringing that ladder across the barricade and the edge of the ring.
You hear the roar of approval from this crowd.
Finally seeing some offense from the Ring Crew Express in this matchup.
Well, New York City street fight, these people want to see just that, and they're getting it right now. Fire has been lit under the ass of Dunn and Marcos.
They've lost a lot of blood in this match thus far, and they're getting their second wind. Hell, their first wind. Nice combination of maneuvers. They still have that ladder set up. What can they have in mind?
Well, I said earlier about getting fatigued when you're losing blood, but something also happens to certain men when they see their own blood. Nice assisted sliced bread #2. Returning the favor for all those double team maneuvers that were hit on them earlier in the match. But ominously, we still have that ladder draped across the apron and the guardrail, Dave.
And they've placed DeVito up on the top rope. Marcos just pounding away in the corner, as done with Loke on the opposite corner.
You know, I didn't think the Carnage Crew really had to worry in this match.
Until right now. I don't think they do have to worry. He just launched Dunn onto that ladder.
I think he's dead, Dave.
Marcos trying to pound away on DeVito. See if he can get the top rope Rana. No.
This could be it right here, Dave Prazak.
Spike pile driver off the ropes. And that is it. The Carnage Crew stand victorious in the New York Street Fight.
Done. Watch out. Come on, girls. Watch the hair.
You know, my mom always told me to kill him with kindness.
Hold on now.
It's Mother's Day.
Hold on.
Come here. What is this? This is one move I've never seen.
But I like it.
I think I win.
Referee Paul Turner calls for the opening bell. 6-man mayhem. 2 men in the ring at a time. No tags necessary. As soon as one wrestler leaves the ring, another wrestler can come in and be a part of the action. One fall wins it. As we start things off here with Deranged and Azrael. And it appears that he just got bitch slapped.
He certainly did. These two do not like each other. Bit of a rivalry going on here. They've met many times in tag team encounters. And oddly enough, Deranged has pinned Azrael twice. So you better believe Azrael is not only looking to win this match, to move up in the Ring of Honor rankings, he's looking for a little bit of revenge against these sharply dressed Deranged.
Also part of this matchup, Jack Evans representing Generation Next, Fast Eddie of the Embassy, and one half of the tag team champions, BJ Whitmer. Deranged steps over. Wheelbarrow suplex attempt. No, arm drag from Deranged.
Ooh, nice duck of that Enziguri.
Nice getting out of the way of that double stomp attempt as Azrael hits the ropes. And hot shot it on the top rope. And plants him with the DDT.
And it can be over that quick. No, Azrael escapes, manages to roll to the floor. And right there, see the teamwork of Lacey's Angels.
In comes Izzy and Jack Evans into the matchup as well.
All right, let's see what Corkscrew Schultz has got up his little sleeve here now.
It's Jack Evans.
What did I say?
Off the rope, step over by Izzy. Leapfrog from Evans. And takes him over with the head scissors, does Izzy. Ipaso, step over by Evans. Leapfrog from Izzy. And Evans with the moonsault drop kick.
Action too quick to call here.
Out goes Izzy, leaving Evans inside the ring.
Crowd letting somebody know that they got served, and you hear right here Flippy McGillicuddy doing a little bit of walking on his hands. And let's be honest, Dave Prazak, there's no place in professional wrestling for breakdancing.
Gets planted by Deranged. Too much showboating from Jack Evans right there.
Oh, he gets his face broken for doing some breakdancing.
And Fast Eddie going to work on Deranged in the corner. He's got him placed up on the top rope. Staying on his feet. Tombstone pile driver from Fast Eddie.
And BJ Whitmer's in the ring.
Had his back turned on BJ.
He wouldn't have been able to see him if he was looking at him.
Belly to back suplex, struck Fast Eddie down to the canvas. In comes Evans once again, waistlocked by Whitmer and launches him overhead.
Turned inside out by that suplex, landing on his stomach.
Just waiting for Deranged, spinebuster.
BJ Whitmer just plowing through everybody.
Azrael off the top with the crossbody. Whitmer holds on, rolls through.
Brute strength by the Clydesdale-like BJ Whitmer.
Drops him down with the brainbuster. Whitmer, the largest man in this matchup, but he turned his back on Izzy. And gets the reverse run on Whitmer. Fast Eddie back in now, coming for him to the back of Izzy.
It's going to take a lot more than that to put down BJ Whitmer, though.
He wins a German suplex and he lands on his feet, connects with the Enziguri. And now it's Lacey's Angels going to work on Fast Eddie.
What do you call that, Dave Prazak?
Neckbreaker Code Red combo.
Such a devastating maneuver. I would not be shocked if Fast Eddie can now somehow see.
That's just ridiculous. And it's going to get a little ridiculous right here as Lacey's Angels take to the air. Combination of dives from both Izzy and Deranged.
Bodies everywhere, and somehow Fast Eddie makes it to his feet in the middle of the ring, taking swings at the referee.
Fast Eddie up top.
Corkscrew dive.
Takes out everybody.
I'm beginning to think that Deranged is at a disadvantage in this match.
Why do you say that?
Wearing that bright red shirt, that's got to be the only thing Fast Eddie can see.
You raise a good point, Punk.
Of course I do.
Azrael put in the boots. to Jack Evans out on the floor.
You better believe Jack Evans isn't going to get shown up by any kind of high flying. The kid lives to impress. He lives to outdo everybody else. And the crowd will let you know it too. They'll say that you got served.
Whitmer and Fast Eddie just dueling with chops here. Forearm strikes now. Back and forth they go. Whitmer down to one knee as Fast Eddie clubs away at the back. Whitmer reverses the Irish whip. Russian leg sweep from Fast Eddie. Folds him in half. In comes Evans as Eddie was taking the time to pose. A lot of showboating from several of the guys in this matchup.
Oh, I see Lacey standing there at ringside now too.
Nice agility from Jack Evans. And he connects with the kick right to the forehead of Fast Eddie. Izzy breaks up the pin attempt as Evans shows his agility.
Is that Cloudy at ringside?
Yes, he's the businessman to go alongside Lacey, who claims to be the most prominent businesswoman in Ring of Honor.
What a goof. Cloudy's a goof, not Lacey.
Yeah, she's just a weirdo. Reversal of the Irish whip. Izzy into the ropes. Ducks the clothesline attempt, boot to the midsection. Moonsault dropkick sends Evans to the floor. As now Azrael staying on his feet. Izzy connects with the kick, going for the Rana. Azrael holds on and drops him down with that electric chair.
Lacey's Angels always in to make the save for their partners.
And now we got Deranged, snapmare driver on Azrael.
Oh, he landed on his eye, Dave.
But BJ in to break it up. Whitmer now with Deranged, set to the ropes. Gets that big boot up right into the face.
People getting turned inside out in every which way.
The power of BJ Whitmer coming into play right here. Crosses the arms. Sit out pyramid bomb. But Evans breaks it up with the neck breaker on Whitmer.
Man, so much innovative offense in this match. I don't know what to do with myself.
Jack Evans with BJ Whitmer. And the fans here in New York City are seeing just how exciting Six-Man Mayhem is.
Call it, Dave. Was that a space flying tiger drop?
Yes.
Insane. Absolutely insane.
As Izzy places Azrael in the Tree of Woe.
I dare him to do a fist drop. I dare him.
Going for the baseball slide drop kick. Moves out of the way. Azrael with the double stomp to the back of the head. Cover. And Azrael gets the victory, pinning Izzy here in Six-Man Mayhem.
Julie Chang getting in the action live in Pix Plaza, learning the SmackDown with the pros. Julie.
Good morning, John. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. And why not celebrate with a friendly wrestling match? Guys ready? No, I'm going to step out of the way. Now, these two have been going at it all morning, and I think it's taken a turn for the worse. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Look how red his chest is. This is out of control. I can't believe we have a real wrestling ring right here at Pix Plaza, and we've got a crowd watching this morning. Holy cow.
We have a special showcase match of two hot prospects. Making his debut from the second class of the ROH Wrestling School, Derek Dempsey in the singlet, and he is against the masked Boston Superstar. No relation, Dave Prazak, to the masked New York City Superstar or the masked Chicago Superstar. Paul Turner is your referee.
Well, you know, those previous superstars weren't exactly superstars. They didn't have very good outings here in Ring of Honor. We'll see if maybe Boston has produced a better athlete.
I hear some familiar music, Dave Prazak. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, that pay-per-view presented by WWE down the street later on tonight. But the man, the franchise, Shane Douglas, the man who made the Extreme Championship belt a world title, is here in ROH. He said he wanted to be in Ring of Honor. Let's see what he's got to say. Let's see what he's going to do. Shane Douglas, the franchise in ROH.
Or no balls. The franchise was invited to go to that little old show, and I looked around and I said, Vince McMahon, ECW, don't think to me. I said, you can kiss my franchise ass. I chose to come to New York City for Ring of Honor. Last night I spent in my hotel room watching with the adrenaline flowing because I just got done watching Forever Hardcore DVD. Ring of Honor was the new ECW, and I said, what do you fans say? I've heard so much buzz about the Ring of Honor, and then I took a look at it and realized I was coming here today. I read Dave's comments, and I said, quite frankly, from what I see, Ring of Honor ain't worth the sweat on my fucking balls. They say kiss my franchise ass, and that's me. There's only one man being able to take a company on his shoulders like ECW, and that's me. There's only one guy that can resurrect that company, and you're fucking looking at the only true franchise in this goddamn sport.
Our next matchup of the evening has been signed as an exhibition of sorts to show exactly what kind of action Ring of Honor prides itself on. We have two of the very best on the ROH roster here in 2005 in the notorious 187 Homicide and James Gibson. Gibson ringing away on the arm of Homicide. Homicide rolls through, sweeps the legs of Gibson, goes for a cover, not even getting a one as both men get back to their feet.
How much of an exhibition do you think it's going to be with Julius Smokes walking around ringside with a bat?
Well, hopefully he won't put that bat to use. I mean, we have two great athletes in the ring right here. James Gibson, big argument can be made that he is the MVP thus far in the first 6 months here in 2005 here in Ring of Honor with just some of the outings that he's had. You know, the series of matches against Austin Aries. You know, he had that excellent debut matchup at 3rd Anniversary Part 2 in Dayton, Ohio.
Hey, he was on the Indie Dream Team match in the Trios tournament, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. I mean, he's put on some fantastic outings, but you can tell that James Gibson's starting to get a little bit frustrated. When he came to Ring of Honor, James Gibson made it known that he was in search of titles. He was unable to win the title, and you see he's got a little bit of frustration starting to show. See if that comes into play here against Homicide tonight.
Well, you know, if he's frustrated about not winning the belt, he can get in line because there's guys who have been here for years who haven't tasted gold. And he's actually in there with one of them. Almost the patriarch of Ring of Honor. Whether you love him or you hate him, Homicide, he hasn't even been a tag champion.
Gibson in command, single-handed knuckle lock. He's got Homicide down on the canvas. Senior official Todd Sinclair checking on the shoulders right there as both men are now back to their feet once again. Homicide takes out the leg of Gibson. Here the fans here in New York City getting behind James Gibson right in the center of the ring, trying to work his way out of the leg hold. Jockeying for position right here.
What about the words from Lethal earlier on, saying that the Rottweilers are going to be playing by his rules tonight, Dave?
I don't know exactly what that means. Of course, Jay Lethal out of action still with the injury, suffered at the hands of the Cop Killer double stomp combination by Homicide and Low Ki at Manhattan Mayhem.
Now let's be honest, it probably would have ended a lesser man's career. Jay Lethal not 100%, not scheduled to be here tonight, but is here nonetheless. You better believe he's keeping his eye on this match and he's keeping his eye on the rest of the Rottweilers.
James been a little bit hesitant to lock up right there.
James Gibson looking for a finger lace. Homicide wanting nothing to do with it. Nice hard collar and elbow tie up in the center of the ring. James Gibson with the standing side headlock.
Just cranking away on the headlock right here. Yeah, Jay Lethal, we've seen that he's not about to let an injury put a stop to his goals and you know, worrying about his agendas here in Ring of Honor. I mean, swollen eye or not, he went in there to go after that pure title.
Well, I think Lethal's got to be careful. I mean, it's not something you want to mess around with as a sore neck, especially after a move like a double stomp, you know, Cop Killer combination.
Fans appreciative of the action here in the early going. Yeah, that was possibly one of the most devastating maneuvers I've ever seen in a wrestling ring.
We have an extended feeling out process thus far in this match, and it's interesting. Homicide seems to be wanting to show these people in his hometown that he is a wrestler first and foremost. Just coming off a grueling 5-match series with American Dragon that was certainly more about hatred than it was about wrestling. But right now, Homicide getting a little sidetracked, taking exception to something somebody said. He should really let Julius Smokes do the talking here in this match. He's more than had his hands full with James Gibson in the ring.
He got a handful of the ring bell. Todd Sinclair needs to get that out of the ring. You know, Homicide, he is a great wrestler. He wants to show that here in New York. But, you know, he's also a very versatile performer. Not only can he go hold for hold, move for move, submission style, strong style, he's a great street fighter. We saw him in a variety of different types of matches with the American Dragon. Tonight, it's all about wrestling. It's all about scientific athleticism in the ROH ring.
And conversely, as James Gibson is a fantastic wrestler, he's got a little bit of a crazy side to him. I mean, you know, he's from part of the South where they still teach kids in school that the South won the war, if you know what I'm saying.
Roll up right there from Homicide. But Gibson quickly rolling his shoulders off the canvas. Homicide holding onto that arm. Grabs hold of the head, ringing away on the arm. Into the hammerlock he goes. Gibson with the elbows to the side of the head of Homicide. Forearm shot from Gibson. Scoops Homicide up. No, staying on his feet. Waistlock, standing switch. And uses the momentum to send Gibson through the ropes into the floor. Homicide looked to be going for that dive, but Gibson quickly back into the ring and takes him down with the shoulder tackle.
Gibson not ready to capitalize, almost letting Homicide know that he means business.
It was way too early for Homicide to go for that cannonball dive to the floor.
Scoop and a slam. James Gibson in control now. He's feeling the crowd. Gibson a fan favorite wherever we go here in Ring of Honor.
You can tell the drive that he's got just to please the wrestling fans and to work his way up the ladder. Not letting his past accomplishments do all the talking for him. He's backed it up inside that ring each and every time he's gotten in the ring.
Homicide now has James Gibson perched high above the ring.
Connects with the headbutt, looking for a superplex it looks like. And Homicide holding the back of his head.
No conditioning. We the best in the world. We the best in the world.
Getting some encouragement from Julius Smokes, but you can tell Homicide sort of told him to be a little bit quiet here.
Well, Smokes has been giving me a headache for years. It's about time somebody told him to be quiet. What's the over-under on it if he actually listens?
Chopping away at the chest of James Gibson. Homicide still holding the back of his head. Gibson with the neck breaker right in the center of the ring.
And that headache's about to get a lot worse.
Of course, Gibson has like to put the front guillotine choke to use to finish off his opponents as of late here in ROH. As well, the Tiger Driver.
Both are very damaging maneuvers.
Pulling Homicide back up off the canvas, backs him into the corner. Scoops him up, hangs him up in the tree of woe. Gibson grabbing hold of the chin, pulling back on the neck of Homicide. If he jarred his neck with that superplex, Gibson's focusing on that body part.
Well, he definitely
softened him up for that front guillotine choke.
Homicide definitely jarred his own neck with that superplex, and it didn't help that James Gibson now knows about it.
Pulling Homicide away from the ropes, right into the lateral press, but Homicide kicks out. Cranking away on that neck, doing more damage, very focused is Gibson.
Well, it's what a veteran wrestler does. Obviously, he's exploited the one weakness he's already found in Homicide. He's got that cravat. Now he's driving the knee into the side of Homicide's head. Doesn't want the man to get to a vertical base. Doesn't want him to mount any kind of offense. And you see him just hammer Homicide back down to the canvas.
Keeping him in the center of the ring, placing his foot right across the back of the neck. Putting more pressure on that body part. Looking to wear Homicide down. Gibson and Homicide are both very focused in this matchup. It's a big stage for this contest to be taking place here on such an important weekend in wrestling. All eyes are on this part of the country.
Head scissors now applied. Now this is a very smart move. It's going to wear down the neck. It's going to cut off some of the oxygen flow to the Homicide's brain, which is obviously giving him a problem earlier. But it's also going to soften up Homicide's neck for that guillotine choke.
They roll into the ropes, forcing a break of the hold. Gibson now choking away on the second rope. Got to keep your eye on Julius Smokes right there with that baseball bat.
He's also got his fists taped, Dave Prazak.
Wow. Reversal of the Irish whip. Gibson set into the ropes, holds on, elevates Homicide, staying on the apron. Shoulder block to the midsection. Now he's got Gibson looking for the suplex to the floor here. Gibson trying to use his leverage to block.
Well, this could definitely change the makeup of this match.
Both men on the apron here as they forearm back and forth.
Let's go. Let's get loco. Let's get loco.
High impact maneuver and ace crusher on the ring apron sends both men out to the floor.
That's a move Homicide instinctively goes for. He's finished off opponents with that before. but he can't finish off Gibson. Both men are on the floor right now, but Homicide taking a little bit of a breather himself to recuperate.
How about Julius Smokes trying to revive Homicide by waving that Rebel flag?
I don't think Julius knows what he has in his hands. Or maybe he just realized it. You know, you saw earlier, Dave, Gibson using the ropes to maybe choke Homicide or wear his neck down a little bit more. And, you know, from one wrestler to another, what I see in Gibson's eyes right there is a little bit of frustration. You know, he lost his big title match against Aries, and that is the one thing he's wanted since he's been here in Ring of Honor, is he wants gold. You know, he wants to win matches, and I think that's the frustration coming out in Gibson right there, is you see him using tactics like using the ropes, or maybe putting him in the tree of woe and choking him and stuff like that. And that's frustration that I can relate to. It's frustration that I knew firsthand from my trilogy with Joe, and it seems like everything I did, I couldn't put him away. But that's also, come next week, frustration that I won't feel. Because I feel I'm going to become the Ring of Honor World Champion.
Homicide focusing on the neck of Gibson now. Of course, Homicide likes to put the cop killer to use, which drops the man right on his head, trying to soften up that neck. Both men focusing on the neck of their opponent. And you know that Gibson, he's starting to put the chokes and the ropes to use and such, getting a little frustrated. He knows that the Rottweilers will do whatever it takes to get a victory, and maybe he's just fighting fire with fire. As we can see right here, boot right across the throat of James Gibson, just choking away. Homicide slowly picks him back up off the canvas. Into the center of the ring they go. Snapmares Gibson down and drives the knee right into the side of the head. Slaps on that chin lock.
Todd Sinclair right there to see if James Gibson wants to give it up.
It takes a hell of a lot to get James Gibson to say I quit, to give it up in that ring. He's got more heart than I've seen in just about anyone.
Oh, he's not going to give up. I mean, look at the man's ears and it'll tell you that story. Both of them are cauliflowered. This is one tough son of a gun.
Shots to the midsection of Homicide, breaks free of the chin lock, but Homicide connects with a drop kick, sending Gibson over the barricade. And could we see Homicide take flight right here?
Nowhere to move here in the Supper Club, Dave, but Homicide still manages to fly like an eagle. Right over that guardrail and into this capacity crowd.
3 rows deep. Gibson trying to fight his way back inside the ring. As now Julius Smokes assisting him just a little bit. Rolls him right into Homicide.
No countouts here in Ring of Honor except in pure title matches. Julius Smokes obviously wants his man Homicide to win, so he assists James Gibson into the ring.
Kick right to the back of Gibson. Grabbing hold of those ears, pulling him back up. Snapmares him down once again, and back to the chin lock goes Homicide.
Very smart wrestling by Homicide.
Trying to take the energy out of James Gibson. Wear him down, leave him open for the cop killer. Of course, Homicide also likes to put that lariat to use to finish off his opponents.
Strategy by Homicide now. I think he's figuring his high-risk maneuver, Tope Con Hilo, has paid off. He throws Gibson right back in the ring and goes right back to wearing the man down. Gibson could be 1 or 2 maneuvers away from counting the lights.
Trying to dig down for some extra energy and work his way out of this chin lock and back to his feet. Knee lift from Homicide, hits the ropes, but Gibson right into the sleeper. Off the ropes comes Homicide again, power slam from Gibson. But only gets 2.
There's suplexes and there's snap suplexes and there's power slams and there's snap power slams, and that right there was a snap power slam, using all of Homicide's momentum against him.
Gotta hand it to James Gibson, worn down or not, he's pulling out the high power offense.
Well, it couldn't have been more beautifully done. You saw him get up and under Homicide. He shifted his weight, he popped his hips, wham, right on top of Homicide.
Gibson back to his feet, forearm shot. Homicide dishes it right back out. Back and forth they go in the center of the ring. Drop kick from Gibson. Cover. No, Homicide able to kick out. Gibson getting his second win here as he drives Homicide into the turnbuckle. Short clothesline takes him down. Gibson now up to the second turnbuckle. Drives the forearm down across the jaw. Lateral press. But not hooking the leg, only gets 2.
This late in the game, fatigue definitely sets in, you know. You'd think it wouldn't take a lot to hook a guy's leg, but sometimes you're just so damn worn out.
Gibson looking to take a chance. He's got Homicide on his back.
Almost unorthodox for James Gibson to climb this top rope. We've seen him bust out a moonsault in the past.
Homicide back to his feet, takes out the legs of Gibson. Keep your eye on Julius Smokes. Looking for that butterfly suplex. All the way up top. Top rope butterfly suplex from Homicide. But no, only a near fall.
I'm going to point something out right now, Dave Prazak. Smart wrestling by Homicide. Earlier, scoring with a superplex traditionally, but he hurt his own neck. This time, opting for the butterfly superplex and obviously doing all damage to Gibson and none to himself, except just there, no water in the pool, nobody home.
Tactical error. He's got that bad neck and he went for the headbutt and he paid the price. Going for that Tiger Driver. But Homicide down to one knee trying to block. Knees to the side of the head of Homicide. Gibson off the ropes. Running knee strike. Trying to soften up Homicide. Elevates him. Drops him down with a vertical suplex. Homicide holding his neck.
Trying to hook that close leg. Gibson only gets a 2 count.
We have yet to see Gibson try to hook on that front guillotine choke or actually get the Tiger Driver. Into the corner they go. Gibson to the second turnbuckle. Going for the swinging DDT. Homicide blocks the attempt. Open hand strike to the chest. Ace Crusher off the ropes. And
setting up for that lariat.
Winding up, he's prepared.
We just recently saw him put down Kevin Steen with his lariat, but no! James Gibson stops the attempt.
Takes him down with the short clothesline. Oh, so close. Homicide needs to go for that full impact running lariat off the ropes to put away James Gibson. He's also been softening up that neck. In addition to the lariat, the cop killer would be a perfect choice of maneuver to go for, and that's what he's looking for right
I think
here.
he heard you, Dave.
Gibson blocks the attempt. The German suplex right on his neck, but only gets 2.
Beautiful bridge by James Gibson. No matter how worn down his neck was, still able to hold that bridge. Look at Julius Smokes. He's sweating like MC Hammer at the ATM. I mean, it's hot in here, but come on.
Gibson hits the ropes. Homicide catches the boot. Boot to the midsection. Gibson with the boot. DDT.
He floats over into that guillotine.
Todd Sinclair checking on the condition of Homicide. Fights his way back to his feet. Tiger Driver!
Gibson showing his frustration right there, showing his frustration with the fans, showing his frustration to the referee. He was sure that was a 3.
The fans thought that was 3 as well, but It's a testament to the fighting spirit of Homicide, able to kick out. Out on the apron now, trying to get back to his feet. Gibson looking to bring him back inside the ring. No! He's going for that choke in the ropes. Todd Sinclair trying to get in there to break it up.
Well, if this was a pure title match and Homicide was out of rope breaks, that might be legal, but he's only got till 5, and senior referee Todd Sinclair will disqualify the man. The frustration just pouring out right now. Look at him just stepping on Homicide's head against the rope. There's the frustration again, Dave Prazak.
Don't put your hands on the official. Full Nelson broken by Homicide. Low blow. And the lariat.
This is exactly how Homicide defeated American Dragon the first time they wrestled.
And it gets the victory against James Gibson. A low blow followed up by the lariat, and Homicide is your winner. Hard-fought matchup by both wrestlers.
Look at Julius Smokes acting like I don't know what. Acting like a low blow didn't occur, Dave Prazak.
Well,
I can't say I'm surprised, but I'm almost a little bit disappointed. Homicide started this match off showing his wrestling ability, showing that he was a smart wrestler, but in the end, it comes back to that low blow. It comes back to cheating. Seems like the only thing the Rottweilers know.
Yeah, the Rottweilers will do whatever it takes to get the victory. We've seen that time and again. And you can see James Gibson getting a little frustrated in that match, taking a few shortcuts himself, fighting fire with fire. It wasn't enough. Homicide gets a big victory here in New York City, but again, by shady means with that low blow. And both wrestlers physically paying the price after that battle.
We're going to see a handshake here, Dave Prazak? Did possibly... No, wait a second!
Gibson letting his temper get the best of him. Going to work. A little bit of payback for that low blow. Yeah, Homicide won the match, but he had to use that low blow to beat him. Back rake from Julius Smokes.
Now we know why he had his fist taped up.
Crucial mistake by Gibson. If you attack one of the Rottweilers, you're going to fight them all. And now it's Julius Smokes dishing out the beating inside that ring, choking away on Gibson.
Oh, Homicide's looking for plunder now. What's he going for? He's going for a table, Dave Prazak.
Well, a big mistake by Gibson. We've seen Jay Lethal pay the price physically at the hands of the Rottweilers, and now it looks like James Gibson is going to pay the price after the matchup. You don't jump on Homicide, you don't jump on the Rottweilers, or else you might have a little bit of payback in the form of this table inside the ring.
Well, the Rottweilers certainly don't have any friends in the back, but I'm wondering if anybody back there cares enough about James Gibson.
Oh, pile driver from Julius Smokes.
To maybe come out here and stop this, because they're not looking just to hurt James Gibson. You better believe they're looking to end his career. Ask Jay Lethal, he knows.
We don't need any more injuries on the ROH roster at the hands of the Rottweilers, putting people out of action for weeks at a time. Trying to set up this table as James Gibson, no one coming to his aid.
Homicide still feeling the effects of Gibson. Homicide holding his neck. I think things are about to get a whole lot worse for James Gibson.
It's Jay Lethal! Injury or not, he's coming to the aid of James Gibson!
Well, clearly, I mean, he's got that neck brace on.
But he's still fighting him off! Still fighting off the Rottweilers! And it looks like Jay Lethal wants to dish out a little payback of his own to Homicide. Homicide laid out on that table. Tosses off that neck brace. Homicide put through the table by Jay Lethal. And he's run off by the Rottweilers.
Who are these thugs? Look at how many... Jay Lethal's out through the crowd.
everybody, it's Gary Michael Capetta. We're in New York City. What a first half we've seen in Ring of Honor. It's intermission time, and Jay Lethal, he got somewhat of a payback, but gentlemen, it looks like you guys are looking for a payback too. At least I would be.
We are Dunn and Marcos, and we are bloody and beaten. But you know what, Carnage Crew? We're still here. We've taken beatings from the Hit Squad. We've taken beatings in the Scramble Cage. Hell, we've taken beatings from everyone up and down the Ring of Honor roster. But it's going to take a lot more than a little blood to keep us down. So Carnage Crew, if you want to keep this going, you know where you can find us. We'll be taking down the ring just like we always do.
All right, everybody, if there's anybody that needs payback, it's these guys. Guys, I think you'd better get some medical attention. And everybody, another huge half of Ring of Honor to come. Let's go back to the ring.
the fans here acknowledging the speculation as to the future of CM Punk in professional wrestling. As I said a little bit earlier, Jimmy Bauer, the hottest free agent in the business today. The future looks bright for CM Punk, no matter where he goes, or if he stays right here in Ring of Honor.
CM Punk is going to be a very wealthy man in the near future, no doubt about that. ROH, of course, we are a very small company. Can't quite get into the bidding wars of the bigger companies like WWE. I mean, that's hundreds of millions of dollars in WWE. Here you're talking about, well, a couple of $1,000s. So it's going to be an interesting decision for CM Punk as he locks up with Roderick Strong. But Punk has made it very clear he's got one thing left to accomplish on the independent scene in his Ring of Honor career, and that is to win the ROH World title.
And he has that opportunity at Death Before Dishonor 3 coming up in Morristown, New Jersey against Austin Aries. And as has become sort of tradition among the Generation Next crew, Roderick Strong sent after the next challenger in line for Austin Aries to sort of test him out, to feel him out, and to sort of weaken the challenger before getting that opportunity.
Well, Roderick Strong might not have the best one-loss record, but he has had some very impressive showings, and he has done a lot of damage to his opponents. To see a couple of people heckling Punk, showing support to Roderick Strong, and Punk counted it as only 3 people. But as I was saying, Roderick Strong has had really a very quietly has put together a great string of matches, and he's learned lessons in each of those matches, and more importantly, he's done more and more damage to his opponent's back in each of those matches as he misses a chop right there. For instance, James Gibson at the Best of American Supers Junior Tournament. What a match that was. He did so much damage to Gibson's back that Gibson's best friend Spanky had to throw the towel in for him in the second round. We saw what he did to Alex Shelley last week at New Frontiers in Buffalo, putting Shelley out of action along with Austin Aries. He had another great match against Alex Shelley back at the Final Showdown in Dayton. And of course, don't forget his tag team matches with Jack Evans, particularly at Nowhere to Run, when he really put out Delirious, put an aching on his back in that match.
Well, Roderick Strong, he's not called the Messiah of the Backbreaker for little reason. He's done lasting damage to his opponents. Of course, James Gibson, not only that night, but for the subsequent shows, had that back injury that came into play against his future opponents. Of course, Alex Shelley put on the injured list at the hands of Roderick Strong. And no doubt he will focus on the back of CM Punk in the quest of weakening Punk before he gets that opportunity at the ROH World title in Morristown.
Well, you can definitely see the effect of Punk's abuse in the of Strong's abuse in the James Gibson matches, and it very well could be that back injury that Gibson had. This did cost him the world title as each man going for their big moves here. Strong going for the double knees, Punk turned into the Anaconda Vice, Strong getting right to the ropes.
It's a little early for either man to be going for some of those signature maneuvers as their opponent isn't quite worn down just yet and is able to quickly maneuver out of the position to be susceptible to those maneuvers.
Well, it only takes 3 seconds though, Dave, and both men right there looking to set the momentum in this match, to set the pace, and neither man being able to do so.
CM Punk going to work on the arm of Roderick Strong, ringing away on the arm. Down to the canvas goes CM Punk, takes Roderick over. Head scissors applied around the head and the neck. Paul Turner in charge of the action.
Punk definitely has a strategy of working on that arm as he is doing that in the early going of this match. Very methodical. I just talked about setting the pace. That's exactly what CM Punk is doing here. Strong in the ropes. Paul Turner calling for the break.
Punk brings him to the center of the ring and drives the arm down into the canvas. And again, ringing away on that arm into the hammerlock goes CM Punk. Keeping hold of the hammerlock, Roderick changes it up on CM Punk. Into the side headlock goes Strong.
Roderick Strong so close to breaking out. And could you imagine how he could kill Punk's momentum if not only he injures Punk's back in this match, but defeats Punk as Punk heads into that world title match next week.
Trying to shoulder block Punk, holding his ground, not going down. and getting right in the face of Roderick Strong.
We have an intimidation game going on right now. Some trash talking.
Roderick hits the ropes. And again, staying on his feet.
And Punk is challenging the powerhouse.
Neither of these men, is going to back down out of sheer intimidation. Series of shoulder block attempts by Strong. Punk ducks the chop, gets the arm drag, and a second. Make it 3. Holding onto that arm. And rolls his shoulders down.
Oh, this is
near fall. 2 near falls.
Punk wants to get this one over with in a hurry. He's got nothing to gain with a long match here. As he comes right back up with the arm.
Staying on that body part. Paul Turner checking out Roderick's condition. Chest first down on the canvas. Punk with the arm in hammerlock position now. Holding it in that position with his knee. Grabs hold of the other arm. Just stretching Roderick on the canvas. Bending the fingers and the wrist back.
Punk has also done a phenomenal job in avoiding Roderick Strong's stinging chops in this match. Roderick Strong, one of the hardest choppers in the whole wrestling business.
Punk picks him back up. Snapmare brings him down to the canvas. Drop kick to the back of the neck. And a second drop kick. Punk with a third.
Punk shifting his focus a little bit here towards the neck. Of course, the Anaconda Vice, Punk's new favorite submission hold, works the neck. CM Punk coming off that gruesome feud against Jimmy Rave. We saw him bleed buckets last time here in Manhattan as he connects with a big kick. Of course, that dog collar match against Jimmy Rave at Manhattan Mayhem. Now Punk has his sights set on the ROH World title. I don't think Punk, no matter what he does for the rest of his career, no matter where he goes, no matter what pay-per-views he main events, he'll never forget that steel cage match at Nowhere to Run in Chicago. What an emotional scene that was against Jimmy Rave.
Again, with that arm in hammerlock position. Hammerlock suplex. Driving all of Strong's body weight down on that arm. And only gets 2.
Dave, you've known CM Punk for a long time. You know that he has one goal, that is to be the best, to be the top man in any promotion. And let's say he does sign with WWE or he goes to Japan or turns his directions towards TNA. You know that it's going to eat at him for the rest of his career that he did not win the ROH World title if he leaves Ring of Honor without defeating Austin Aries next week.
No, CM Punk has basically done it all in independent wrestling. He's accomplished everything that he set out to achieve, everything but winning the ROH World title. It took 2 one-hour draws with Samoa Joe in an attempt to win that title. CM Punk is focused, and he has his eyes set on Austin Aries. But he's got to get past Roderick Strong here tonight and come out of this match still healthy going into that matchup.
You know, I'll even go so far as to say, because I know CM Punk pretty well, that he could defeat Triple H in the main event of WrestleMania in Chicago, and it would still eat at him that he didn't win the ROH World title. So we have a big chop exchange, and look at that, Punk still avoiding the chops, lighting up Roderick Strong right now.
Sort of beating Roderick at his own game right there, lighting his chest up with chops and a headbutt to follow up.
Strong trying to shake off the effects of that headbutt. His arm also getting a little gimpy.
Up and over goes Punk. No, wraps his legs around the head. And Roderick finally connects. Chop across the chest.
And you see the pain on the face of CM Punk. Those chops can easily scrape your skin right off. There's another one.
Punk feeling the effects. And left himself wide open for a third. Roderick going to work in the corner. But Punk dishes it right back out. Back and forth. Both men hitting very hard, and they take it out to the floor.
It's not over yet.
The ringside fans here at the Supper Club are getting a first-hand look at just how hard these 2 men can hit.
Ronnie Garvin would be proud.
Throws that hard hand right at the even harder ring post and pays the price as Punk dishes more chops out to the chest of Roderick Strong. trying to get out of harm's way, but Punk just follows and keeps the onslaught coming. Roderick hits the ropes. Step over. Hip toss from Punk. Kicked off by Strong. Going for the hip toss. Punk gets it on Strong. Leg drops that arm, keeping it trapped.
Punk goes right back to work on that arm. Very intelligent wrestling by CM Punk in this match.
As the shoulders of Strong down for a near fall right there, Paul Turner right on top of the action. And again, the pain of the hold causing Roderick's shoulders to be flush against the canvas.
If Roderick Strong loses that arm, he's not going to be able to hit those backbreakers. That's going to give Punk a huge advantage as Punk's going to watch his shoulders now.
Roderick turns the tables on Punk, rolling his shoulders down and reverses the pressure on that arm. And Roderick's power shown right here drives Punk down to the canvas. Frees his arm from the clutch of Punk. Roderick trying to shake it out a little bit. Both men worn down.
If Roderick can't hit his backbreakers, well, that's exactly what Punk wants, and that's exactly what Austin Aries fears.
Both men back to their feet. Chop across the chest of Punk. Roderick has him backed into the corner. Forearm strike. Strong with Punk. Puts on the brakes in the corner, connects with the kick to the arm. Up to the top goes Punk, but Roderick drop kicks the top rope and sends Punk tumbling back inside the ring.
Now let's see if Roderick Strong is able to follow up as he clutches at that arm.
Crawling toward Punk. Going for the cover very close to the ropes, and Punk knew where he was at, grabbed hold of that bottom rope to force a break.
Can Roderick Strong finally get that breakout victory? And more importantly, can he soften up CM Punk for that title match next week?
Belly to back suplex positioning, drives Punk down. See him favoring that back. That's exactly what Roderick Strong needs to do. Weaken the back of CM Punk. Not only to get the victory here tonight, but as you said, to soften him up for that title matchup.
Roderick Strong finally able to mount a series of offensive moves here.
Backbreaker over the knee. Stretching out that back, a la Bobby Eaton.
It's going to take a lot more than that to make CM Punk quit. But meanwhile, Roderick Strong just slowly wearing down the leader of the Second City Saints.
Referee checking on Punk's condition, but he's staying in this matchup. And the fans here in New York City getting behind Punk.
These fans know the rumors about Punk. They know Punk's situation, and they're showing their appreciation for CM Punk.
Worked his way out of the hold with knee strikes, but Roderick back on top. Vertical suplex. Jars the spine of Punk once again.
Strong, you see him favoring that arm, though, but we got a cover. 2 count only.
Punk hanging in there.
A very smart crowd here at ROH. They read the internet. They read the news sites like PWInsider.com. They know what's up with CM Punk. They want to see him win that title, though.
Roderick clubbing away at the back of Punk, trying to shake off the effects. More hard chops in the corner. Let Punk dishing it right back out. And these guys are going to be feeling the effects of this chop war tomorrow. Another backbreaker, this time over the shoulder of Strong.
You see Punk rolling towards the ropes. That means he was definitely hurt. He's looking to take a breather here.
Punk looks to be out of it.
Roderick Strong's assault might finally be taking its toll.
Handful of hair trying to pull Punk back up. Looking to bring him back in the hard way with the suplex. Punk using his leverage to block. Shoulder block to the midsection of Strong. And again. This time Roderick with the knee strike.
And Punk just collapsed. He might be knocked out.
Roderick taking his time. Pulls Punk back to the center.
Very good ring presence from Roderick Strong. That's the difference between Roderick Strong now and a year ago. Now Strong taking Punk into the middle of the ring where he can do more damage.
Butterfly suplex from Strong. Lateral press. Hook the leg, man. Only 2. Again, looking to wear him down, putting pressure on the neck and the back of Punk as well, stretching out those arms. Almost like a full Nelson applied with the legs of Roderick Strong.
And once again, he's doing it in the center of that ring.
Punk nowhere near the ropes to force a break of the hold. Rolls the shoulders of Punk down. And right into a camel clutch goes Strong. Keep your eye on Punk's legs, though. Could be close to those ropes to get out of this hole.
I wonder if CM Punk is aware of how close he is to the ropes right now. He was definitely dazed from that knee earlier. Roderick Strong talking some trash now. You see the confidence grow in Roderick Strong with each passing match.
And you see the level of competition that Roderick Strong is able to put forward in that ring grow with every match as well. And Punk does reach the ropes with his leg to force a break of the camel clutch.
CM Punk is definitely in trouble right now as Roderick Strong is in firm control.
Roderick pulling him back up in the corner. Looking to shoot him across the ring. Punk takes the buckle hard and tumbles down to the canvas.
There's nothing but a little steel knob behind that padding, and if that knob gets jarred into your spine, it's definitely going to cause the pain to shoot up and down your body.
Another hard shot from Strong. Sends Punk across the ring once again, and once again, back first right into the buckle. And Roderick Strong doing exactly what he set out to do. You know, trying to be the enforcer for Generation Next, to prepare Austin Aries for the challenger, and to wear the challenger down.
Austin Aries, whether he has a sore neck or not, he's got to like what he sees right here. Punk firing back with those chops.
Right to the eyes goes Strong. Puts a stop to Punk's offense.
And you hear this fans in the crowd singing Punk's theme song, trying to urge him on to victory.
Reverses the whip, Strong into the buckle. Elevates Punk, but he stays on the apron. Blocks the attempt, lands the forearm of his own.
Oh, he avoids the knee this time.
Keep your eye on Punk. Springboard drop kick right to the back of Roderick Strong. Key offensive maneuver right there from Punk. But he only gets 2 out of it.
Roderick Strong back to clutching that arm.
This buys Punk a little bit of time to dig down for some energy, trying to catch his breath. As the crowd encourages Punk to get his second win. Double count administered by Paul Turner on both athletes.
Wow, this match has just been so even. What an athletic contest we're seeing here.
Shot from Punk, back and forth.
Both men just unleashing on each other.
Neither man backing down, back and forth, just laying into each other.
He's going for that half Nelson, no.
Connects with the elbow, does Punk. Clothesline takes Strong down. Back to his feet. Punk sends Roderick in, reversal of the whip. Punk off the ropes, connects with the kick. And the back heel kick sends Strong down to the mat. Again, both men are down as the referee applies a double count. Punk with the cover. No, he gets his shoulder up.
Let's see if Punk's able to follow up now. Punk shutting up that fan in the crowd.
Mule kick connects. And the kick to the back of the head. Roderick hanging in there.
What an atmosphere we have here in Manhattan. I've said it before and I'm saying it again. You have to be here live to fully appreciate this.
And a lot of these fans that are getting maybe their first glimpse at the Ring of Honor product are seeing just how hard the wrestlers here in ROH can hit. Butterflies the arms of Roderick Strong. Works his way out of that position. Sunset flip. Only two. Both men back up. Half Nelson backbreaker. No. Up on the shoulders of Roderick. Drives the knees right into the chest. Big boot.
So close, but not enough. Punk digging deep to kick out. Roderick Strong finally hitting the double knees. A beautiful job there as Punk was going for a crucifix. Strong turned it into the double knees, but can Roderick follow up? Can he get that breakthrough victory?
He hasn't been able to get the half Nelson backbreaker as of yet. Pulls Punk up by the hair. Hooks the head of CM Punk. Vertical suplex positioning. Release suplex. Drives him down to the mat.
Oh, he could be going if he turns him over. If he gets the knee in the back, it's that submission.
Modified Boston Crab. Punk counters it into a victory roll.
Oh.
Only two. Back to his feet.
Shining Wizard.
No. Right into a backbreaker over the knee. Excellent counter from Roderick Strong. Looking for that Boston Crab with the knee into the back. This could be it right here.
This is what put James Gibson out of the Best of American Super Juniors tournament. This made Delirious tap.
Punk trying to crawl his way out of the hold. Inch his way toward the ropes. And he makes it.
Roderick Strong and Jack Evans came so close to winning the ROH Tag Team titles at Manhattan Mayhem. Can Strong finally get that huge win right back here in Manhattan today?
He's got Punk face down on the canvas in a weakened position. This is a key matchup for both competitors. Another hard shot from Strong. Elevates Punk to the top turnbuckle. Roderick up to the second. Looking for the superplex, it looks like. Punk trying to hold on to the turnbuckles and block the attempt. Shots to the midsection of Roderick Strong. Punk drops him down to the canvas. Punk climbing up top. Roderick on his back. Top rope leg drop from CM Punk.
Cover. Right into the Anaconda Vice.
Referee checking on Strong's condition. Can he hang in there or will Roderick tap? He makes it to the ropes.
What effort, what heart, what guts and determination from Roderick Strong. Punk beginning to get frustrated. You know that Punk definitely didn't want to have this long or grueling of a match right before his world title match next week. He's calling for the plunge.
We don't see CM Punk use the Pepsi Plunge very often these days. He's mainly focused on the Anaconda Vice as his main finishing hold. But he busts out that plunge when the time is right, and it might be right.
Or he might need it to defeat Roderick Strong. Oh, Strong causing Punk to low blow himself.
Roderick looking to follow up. Punk handle slam. Punk staying on his feet. Waist lock. Standing switch. Going for the roll. Punk holds onto the ropes. Shining Wizard.
He hits it. Punk pulls Strong into the middle of the ring. Cover. Oh, not quite.
Right to the Anaconda Vice.
Strong taps. He had no choice. What an effort from Roderick Strong. What a victory for CM Punk. Next week, Death Before Dishonor 3, CM Punk versus Austin Aries. The ROH World title will be on the line. Will it be the last we see of CM Punk in ROH? And can he finally achieve his ultimate goal?
Just 1 minute of your time. Who are the 3 guys that hate my guts? Stand up. I'm serious. Stand up. No, it's cool. I want everybody else to sit down, and I want those 3 to stand up. And wait. You 3, or however many haters there are, you see, I respect that. Because you paid for your ticket. So you paid to come here to say whatever you like, and I respect you for that. However, you are not the one with the microphone. You see, I'm not going to single you out or insult you, because that's what you want. You paid for this ticket to come here, simply puts your money in my pocket and my face on your t-shirt. And I'm an asshole. I'm the first to admit it. But I'm also the first to put everybody else before me, except this one time. I know Austin Aries sent you to cripple me. I know Austin Aries wants nothing more than to hold on to that Ring of Honor Championship belt. But you see, Roderick, what Austin Aries doesn't have is my animalistic mentality. I am part animal, and I am part machine. And regardless of who I work for come Sunday morning, I will be the Ring of Honor Heavyweight Champion, because that is the last thing I have left to accomplish in independent wrestling. It drives me. It makes me be who I am. And who I am is better than you guys. You go tell Austin Aries that I'm coming. He's got a week to sleep with that belt, to do whatever he wants with it. Come Saturday morning in Morristown, New Jersey. My favorite state, New Jersey. I'm coming home. And I'm coming home with the one thing that's eluded me all this time, the Ring of Honor Championship belt. And chant for the future of this company. Chant for Roderick Strong.
Just like Ali did.
You each get 3 rope breaks to break up a pinfall or a submission attempt. Once you use those 3 rope breaks, the ropes are in play and can be used by your opponent, but they cannot be used by you to break up a pin or a submission. There's a strict 20 count on the floor. There are to be no closed fist strikes to the face. On the first closed fist, you will be given a warning. On the second, you will be penalized a rope break. And if you have no rope breaks left, you will be disqualified. The Pure title can change hands on a disqualification or a countout. Do you both understand these rules? Shake hands, go to your corners, and wait for the bell.
The code of honor is followed. Todd Sinclair has explained the rules. The Pure title is on the line. Samoa Joe defending against Nigel McGuinness.
And Nigel McGuinness has been in the Pure title picture since the creation of the title. And Nigel McGuinness' style of wrestling is something that really does well, works well within the Pure title rules. He likes to use a lot of submission-based holds and use that British style of wrestling, that European style, and put it to use. And Samoa Joe is a very focused athlete, wanting to bring prestige to the Pure title, much like he did the World title during his tremendous reign as world champion.
Samoa Joe won the Pure title from Jay Lethal, his protege, on May the 7th at Manhattan Mayhem. And as you mentioned, Dave, he has one goal, and that is to raise the prestige of the Pure title. And he did that last week at New Frontiers by defeating James Gibson in what I will go on record as calling the greatest Pure title match in Pure title history.
Samoa Joe with the drop toe hold on Nigel McGuinness, grabs hold of the chin, cranking back on the neck, putting pressure on the back as well.
And right away, the new strategy of the Pure title match comes into play. Normally, Nigel would just have to scoot forward and grab the ropes, but in this case, he might want to save those rope breaks, as you only get 3. After 3 rope breaks, not only can the ropes not save you from a pinfall or submission, but your opponent can use them to his advantage. And something like, well, that front guillotine choke that James Gibson had on Homicide earlier tonight would be legal.
Nigel will use his strength to work his way out of that hold. And of course, one of the strategies that comes into play here in the Pure title matches is to try to lock on a submission hold near the ropes in order to entice your opponent to use up his rope breaks early so that you can gain the advantage as the match gets on into the later going.
Samoa Joe and Nigel McGuinness, no strangers to each other. They met at It All Begins, a very hard-hitting match there that Nigel actually suffered a knee injury in the middle of it. And Nigel came close to defeating Joe that night. Maybe without a knee injury tonight, he will get that victory. And they also met in a tag team match at Weekend of Thunder of Night 1. Both times it has been very memorable. They were also in that double stakes 4-corner survival at Stalemate. Joe working on the arm right now. Before we get into this match too much, well, Dave, you know what time it is. We gotta pay the bills.
Yeah, those bills.
ROHWrestling.com, 215-781-2500. Much more than ROH merchandise, the latest DVDs from WWE, many different independent promotions, NWA TNA merchandise now at ROHWrestling.com, plus, of course, the Straight Shooting series. Of course, we saw Shane Douglas a little earlier tonight raising the ire of the ROH fans. And Shane Douglas recently sat down with Terry Funk to conduct an edition of the Straight Shooting series with ROH. And that is just an education in the wrestling business. Lots of great ECW stories there. Straight Shooting with Jim Mitchell, the Sinister Minister, out now. Secrets of the Ring with Raven, a must for all aspiring wrestlers. Plus more Straight Shooting with Jim Cornette and Bobby the Brain Heenan. So many names: Butch Reed, Kamala, Mike Rotunda, Jushin Liger, Mick Foley. The list goes on and on and on. One-man gang. ROHWrestling.com, 215-781-2500 for all your wrestling merchandise needs, rare Japanese merchandise, lots more.
Nigel McGuinness holding out of the wrist lock. Brings Samoa Joe down to one knee. Still holding out of that arm and keeping it barred.
Of course, Nigel McGuinness, he is embedded in that very intense rivalry with Colt Cabana. McGuinness in Chicago had nowhere to run, headbutting Cabana, busting him open, then using a low blow to defeat Cabana. Manhattan Mayhem saw Nigel McGuinness win with, well, what looked like an accidental low blow, but since then things have really escalated between the two. And get this, Dave Prazak, already our producer's in my earpiece right now, and he's telling me Colt Cabana, based on his win over Jimmy Rave tonight, will take on the winner of this match for the Pure title next week at Death Before Dishonor 3.
We'll certainly add a different twist to the series of matches between McGinnis and Cabana if the Pure title winds up being involved.
You know Cabana has to be watching this one right now.
Nigel McGinnis spreading the legs of Samoa Joe, kicking away at the chest every time Joe sits up to try to work his way out of this position. Nigel holding onto the leg.
Also just signed for next week, BJ Whitmer and Jimmy Jacobs defending the tag titles against the Embassy. Can the Embassy finally get gold around its waist? But right now, Nigel McGinnis is worried about getting the Pure title around his waist.
You know, Jimmy Rave and Fast Eddie make a formidable tag team combination. Good opportunity for them. As right now, it's Nigel sent to the floor, leaving Joe inside the ring. Nigel taking his time. We have a 20 count on the floor. Back up on the apron comes McGinnis.
McGinnis being very cautious in the early going of this one. Samoa Joe also being cautious. We have seen some great wrestling already, all different varieties. You want hardcore, you saw Carnage Crew against Don Marcos. You want insane, high-flying, fast-paced action, you saw the Six-Man Mayhem. And we saw two great wrestling matches with James Gibson against Homicide and CM Punk against Roderick Strong. What a day it's been. And that opener, Colt Cabana against Jimmy Rave, what an entertaining match that was.
Hard forearm strike from McGinnis, and the step-up enziguri from Samoa Joe has Nigel face down on the canvas.
Yeah, Samoa Joe's done playing around. The feeling out process looks to be over. McGinnis almost trying to beg off, but I don't think he knew where he was.
You get kicked that hard upside the head by Samoa Joe, you're not going to know where you are. Joe comes charging, running knee strike in the corner.
We are seeing the hard hitting now.
Somebody got a dirty face. Face wash in the corner from Samoa Joe. Hits the ropes and comes charging, but Nigel gets the boot into the midsection.
McGinnis familiar with what Samoa Joe had coming up next. McGinnis is going to try one of his own. No.
Joe back to his feet, connects with the chop.
McGinnis now on the outside. What's Joe going to do? McGinnis kicked off the apron on one of the security guards.
Into an inadvertent cross body into the front row.
And McGinnis better watch that 20 count right now. Sinclair up to 4, and look at McGinnis, he is definitely groggy.
This is a big chance for Nigel McGinnis to represent Ring of Honor as Pure Champion.
And it's also a big chance for Samoa Joe to raise the prestige on this very important day in ROH history, and Nigel McGinnis to become a full-fledged main eventer.
Nigel struggling back to his feet, trying to shake off the effects.
Sinclair is still counting, but McGinnis manages to drag himself into the ring.
Joe connected full force on that kick as he snaps Nigel down to the canvas. Chop to the back, kick to the chest. Off the ropes he comes and drops down with the knee. That's the combo.
There are fans from all over the United States and all over the world at this show today. They are definitely going to be talking about this one. You know that they are looking forward to seeing their favorite stars from ECW finally getting a chance to close that door, say goodbye to those stars, well, hopefully not goodbye forever, but being able to get some closure on ECW. But right now the goal of ROH is to have those fans thinking and talking about ROH once Sunday night comes to a close and Monday morning comes around.
Nigel into the buckle, gets the boot up right into the face of Samoa Joe. Off the second, leaps over Samoa Joe. Headstand in the corner by McGinnis. Kicks a charging Samoa Joe right in the chest. Going to work on that arm. Of course, Nigel likes to put that arm submission to use.
This is exactly what Nigel McGuinness wants to do. He managed to avoid that big boot from Samoa Joe that would have done a lot of damage to the cobwebs that were already in the head of Nigel McGuinness, and now he's going right to work on that arm.
Twisting away on it, drives him down with the overhand wrist lock. Joe feeling the effects, Nigel staying on that body part. Hammerlock, kicks out away the legs of Samoa Joe and drives him down. Hammerlock divorce court style. And now looking for a crossface. And that arm trapped.
He is doing it right close to the ropes on purpose, getting Joe to use the rope break.
Very smart maneuver by McGuinness.
Used by Samoa Joe.
And he is very pleased with himself, and he should be.
He should be, but he's got to stay focused. Keep working on that arm. He's being very methodical, but he doesn't want to waste time here.
Well, you got to wonder if those cobwebs are still in the head of Nigel McGuinness. He could be still trying to shake those off. As he's going right for that arm submission, and yes!
Right in the middle of the ring. Referee checking on Samoa Joe's condition.
Right now the pain has to be racing through the arm of Samoa Joe. McGuinness does have him in the middle of the ring. He is going for the tap out right here. Samoa Joe basically has to be, that arm has to be twisting off of Samoa Joe in order for him to tap though. But look, Joe going to the ropes again.
Second rope break used by Samoa Joe.
This gives the challenger a huge advantage. As Samoa Joe is down 2 rope breaks, Nigel McGuinness has yet to use his first rope break.
Pulls Joe back up, backs him into the corner now. Wraps that arm around the top rope, doing more damage. Forearm strike now, right to the arm of Joe.
Colt Cabana's watching on. Oh, look at this!
Came charging, paid the price, gets planted.
And Colt Cabana's going to be taking notes on that one for next week. Colt Cabana wants that pure title. He's got his shot at Death Before Dishonor 3. What a night that could be for the Second City Saints. Both Cabana and Punk could be walking out. And there's a close fist. Those are illegal to the face. Todd Sinclair issuing a warning.
Chop across the chest of McGuinness and a headbutt from the champ. And again, series of headbutts. The third finally sends Nigel down.
If Joe uses another closed fist to the face, he will be penalized his third rope break as we get a cover.
Now Nigel kicks out.
Samoa Joe trying to shake out that arm.
He's basically fighting a one-armed man in Samoa Joe at this point.
Samoa Joe's most potent weapon is that choke, and he will not be able to utilize it with an injured arm. Joe there, smartly going for the forearm, now a chop.
Nigel firing right back as they exchange forearm strikes.
I believe Samoa Joe caught McGuinness with the point of his elbow right on his jaw.
Comes roaring this time. Nigel right into the rope, springs back and connects with the clothesline.
McGuinness using his long legs to his advantage right there. And McGuinness going right back for that arm.
Tying it up. And rolls Joe over. Looking for the submission right here. Again, he's got it in the center of the ring.
Look at him just twisting that arm in an unnatural position. That could easily pop the elbow out.
Joe not giving it up. Todd Sinclair in perfect position, and he uses his final rope break.
What's even more interesting here is if Samoa Joe accidentally hits Nigel in the face with a closed punch, he will be disqualified now. The pure title can't change hands on a disqualification. Nigel McGuinness is one punch to the face away from winning the pure title.
Joe holding that bad arm close to his body as Nigel continues the attack.
I do have to note, Dave Prazak, that we have said CM Punk is right now the hottest free agent in wrestling. Samoa Joe is right there with them too, as Samoa Joe gaining interest from WWE, NWA, TNA, and New Japan. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Samoa Joe in the future. But right now he has to worry about Nigel McGuinness and the pure title.
Joe reverses the Irish whip, sends Nigel into the buckle, headstand once again, and this time Joe connects with the drop kick right to the face. Takes Nigel off his perch.
Joe coming in low this time. Going for a cover.
No, Nigel with the shoulder up at the count of 2.5.
And you notice Joe heavily favoring that arm.
Again, fighting with only that one good arm. You're looking for a power bomb here. Can he get it though with only one arm?
Yes.
Power bomb.
2 count only.
Turning it over into that STF. Trademark Samoa Joe, but he can't get full pressure and lock the hands to pull back on the chin lock.
Wow, I mean, we're seeing a major theme right here. And Samoa Joe, look at that. I mean, his arm definitely hurting him, unable to get the hold in.
Nigel trying to make his way toward the ropes.
And look at Nigel McGuinness losing blood out of the nose. Perhaps from that kick in the corner.
Shows just how hard the competitors here in Ring of Honor strike. Busting open Nigel McGuinness.
This is the fighting spirit that Ring of Honor is all about. Samoa Joe with one arm battling for the pure title. Nigel McGuinness with potentially a broken nose, losing blood, not quitting.
Very smartly, Samoa Joe going to work with the kicks now. If he can't strike with his arms, he'll go with the kicks.
He did get Nigel McGuinness to use one of his rope breaks, though. You have to figure the the choke will be ineffective for Samoa Joe for the rest of this match. Could you imagine if Samoa Joe retains the pure title, CM Punk wins the world title, and then they both sign with WWE?
Nigel McGuinness reverses the whip. Joe into the buckle. Nigel comes charging. Joe tried to plant him once again. Nigel counters, connects with the kick.
And Joe staggers down.
Both men are down as referee Todd Sinclair checking on their condition and applying the count.
The hottest talent, the hottest free agent is here in Ring of Honor. The crowd showing their appreciation for both men. All those eyes glued on the ring watching the action.
Men like Samoa Joe and CM Punk have really built their reputation in an ROH ring. Will it continue? Will they have even more success? Or will they take their wrestling career elsewhere? Time will tell, as right now it's Nigel McGuinness looking to tie Samoa Joe up in the ropes.
Well, McGuinness going to that handstand again and avoiding Joe this time. Smartly done. McGuinness now with that submission, but he's got to watch the count.
Almost like a figure four with his arms here, with the ropes for extra leverage.
And you see Samoa Joe grabbing onto that top rope. If Samoa Joe falls, that middle rope will be driving into the knees of Joe.
And you'll notice Sinclair putting the count on Nigel McGuinness, who is standing on the floor. Again, a 20 count on the floor. He's got to worry about getting counted out here.
McGuinness holding on for as long as he can. Joe trying not to quit.
Up to a count of 17. And Nigel slides back under the bottom rope right before the count of 20.
He was forced to let go. Samoa Joe managing to hang on for 20 seconds there. But will Joe even be able to walk now? McGuinness now following up Joe with an injured arm and injured leg. McGuinness with a potentially broken nose. Oh! McGuinness trying to kick out the leg of Joe for that divorce court. Joe avoiding it.
And now just waiting for Nigel to get back to his feet. Joe hits the ropes. Big lariat.
He turns McGuinness inside out.
Cover. And Nigel using the ropes to save himself.
Used by Nigel McGuinness.
Nigel McGuinness still has one rope break back. Or left.
Nigel has wrestled a very smart match thus far. He has forced the champion to use all of his rope breaks, and he has focused on that one body part, the arm of Samoa Joe.
And
Joe firing back.
Nigel once again using his
power slam. Nigel with the shoulder up. Joe off the ropes once again. Back senton. No, Nigel with the shoulder up again.
Nigel McGuinness has taken a beating in this one. You have to admire his toughness, his perseverance. He wants that pure title more than anything. Colt Cabana watching on, getting ready for his title shot next week.
Joe contemplating his next move. Grabs hold of the head of Nigel McGuinness, pulling him back up to his feet.
Samoa Joe is just in a world of pain right now, you can tell.
Chop right across the chest of McGuinness.
McGuinness trying to fight back by going to the arm, but Joe managed to avoid it.
And now ringing away on the arm of McGuinness. Joe looking to send him across the ring. Irish whip. Puts on the brakes, through the legs he goes.
There's that European style wrestling.
Palm strike from Joe. Muscle buster.
Oh,
can he get it?
McGuinness is trying to fight out of it. Joe's got it. Muscle buster. Samoa Joe continues to raise the prestige of the Pure title.
Duking it out. I can't wait. Oh, who's this? What's going on here?
Don't worry about
Who's this guy?
Morning, champ.
Uh-oh.
I want you to be aware you're in my backyard now of New York City. Now, come Saturday, you won't be the top dog in the yard. Keep that in mind.
You don't have to go there.
Oh my God!
You always got to spoil
Don't you dare touch me.
Okay, this is getting a little too ugly.
we are ready for your main event this afternoon here in New York City. Non-sanctioned, non-title matchup as the ROH World Champion Austin Aries stands across the ring from Low Ki. Of course, this match coming on the heels of Low Ki interrupting a key media moment for Ring of Honor on May the 6th. The WB Morning Show. Good exposure for Ring of Honor. Barging in on things, interrupting the segment, getting right in the face of Austin Aries, saying that he's in his town, and Low Ki was going to make his presence known. Tonight, non-sanctioned, non-title. It's all coming to a head.
This is a rematch too from All-Star Extravaganza. Say that 3 times fast, Dave Prazak. That went to a time limit draw. This time we're actually going to see who comes out on top.
Low Ki chopping away at the chest of the ROH World Champion. Of course, Low Ki, the first ROH World Champion, helped really build ROH with his legendary series of matches on the first 5 ROH shows, culminating with him winning the ROH title in a 1-hour matchup against Christopher Daniels, Spanky, and Doug Williams at Crowning a Champion. Austin Aries has had one hell of a title reign thus far after winning the title from Samoa Joe at Final Battle 2004.
Is Julius Smokes getting thrown out of here? Obviously the only Rottweiler, certainly the only gang member who came to the ringside with a managerial license, but I think Sinclair's just had enough. You saw all those other gang members come out here earlier with Low Ki. They got sent to the back.
Todd Sinclair ordering Julius Smokes back to the locker room.
Title not on the line, but Julius Smokes getting sent to the back nonetheless, which is a tremendous help to Austin Aries. Now he can focus on Low Ki and Low Ki alone.
Well, we want to see who is the better man. We want to see who will be the winner in this matchup.
And that's the great thing about this matchup. No matter who the winner is, Austin Aries still goes into Death Before Dishonor 3 to face me for the ROH World title.
Collar and elbow, and Low Ki grabbing hold of that arm of Aries.
He's trying to straighten out that arm, dislocate that elbow, hyperextend his shoulder and everything else. Austin Aries manages to hold on.
See the frustration on the face of Low Ki right there as he slides back underneath the bottom rope and inside the ring.
And I got a bird's eye view up here at the Supper Club. All these people hanging off the rafters. This place is packed to capacity, and I have vested interest in this match. Obviously, Dave Prazak.
Of course, Austin Aries still has that injured neck as the result of the muscle buster that Samoa Joe delivered in Chicago Ridge. So
Also
Low
from
Ki
the
focuses on that body part during the course of this match.
Well, if he's done his homework, he knows his neck is a little bit sore because he also took that sliced bread number 2 in that nail-biting match with Spanky.
Aries trying to bridge up, and he does, keeping his shoulders off the canvas, but Low Ki breaking that bridge, and once again, not able to keep the shoulders of the champ down on the canvas. Again bridging up. Tremendous strength shown by the champion.
Well, if his neck is hurt, it's not bothering him now because he's balanced completely on the back of his head.
And powers himself back to his feet. Still holding on to the Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Grabs hold of the head.
He has his arm trapped, got the man in a cravat. Very nice hold.
Sinclair checking on the condition of Low Ki, who puts pressure on the neck of Aries in return. And drives the elbow into the neck of Low Ki.
Pick a winner for me, Dave.
Well, I got to go with the champ. I got to go with Austin Aries. You know, following in the footsteps of a champion such as Samoa Joe is not a task that many people would look forward to. You know, Samoa Joe, perhaps the greatest world champion in professional wrestling during the past 10 years with such an impressive and lengthy title reign, but Austin Aries didn't let that intimidate him. He has defended that title, taken it around the world, putting it on the line on a more frequent basis than Samoa Joe, really looking to bring prestige to the title during his reign. He's succeeded in doing that, and in a matchup here, even if it's non-title, you gotta go with Austin Aries.
No, I got to disagree with you, Dave. I mean, we saw earlier Homicide beat James Gibson with the low blow followed by the lariat. You see interference with these Rottweilers all the time. You saw the sheer numbers. I don't know if those are Crips or Bloods or Latin Kings or hell, it could have been some of the Warriors out there. I don't know. But you saw the sheer numbers the Rottweilers have here tonight. If something goes wrong with Low Ki, no matter who was sent to the back already, no matter what happens, you better believe that the Rottweilers are going to come out in force.
Oh, they're keeping their eye on this match, no doubt about it, as Austin Aries chops away at the chest of Low Ki in the corner. Pulls him into the center of the ring. Hooks the head looking for the vertical suplex. Trying to block. Successfully does block the attempt. Jockeying for position right here between these two men as Ki backs Aries into the ropes.
Come on, 1, 2, back off.
What a chop right across the chest of the champion. Low Ki hits very hard. Whether it's chops, whether it's strikes, whether it's kicks. And we see a demonstration of just how hard he kicks right there.
Now, speak of the devil, and the devil appears. You know, you mentioned Aries' grueling schedule being almost twice of what Samoa Joe's was at the time when Joe was champion. Aries certainly isn't trying to, live in the shadow of Joe's title run. He's putting the pedal to the metal here. For an example, Dave Prazak, May 13th, he beat James Gibson. May 14th, grueling match against Bryan Danielson in Chicago, beats Bryan Danielson. May 15th, flies to Mexico and not only beats Super Crazy, also pins Ricky Marvin. The schedule is definitely taking a toll on the champion.
The question is, will that grueling schedule be a determining factor in whether he holds on to the ROH World title for very much longer? Of course, you have that key opportunity coming up, Death Before Dishonor 3 in Morristown, New Jersey.
Well, a little bit more wrestler insight here, Dave Prazak. When you have a championship belt and it is on the line, more than not, you will do whatever it takes to hold on to that belt. Austin Aries right now has the luxury of knowing it's a non-title match, so he might not pull out all the stops. He might be trying to save that neck for next week.
Frog splash, but Ki gets the knees up right into the midsection of Aries.
I don't know if you know this, Dave Prazak, but he's got a pretty big match next week also. And I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm a pretty big deal. I mean, you saw what I did to Roderick Strong, didn't you?
Slowly pulling Aries back up to his feet. He taps him into the corner.
He tapped like his name was Gregory Hines. That's right. Put that over.
Working away the midsection of Austin Aries, slumped over in the corner.
Now, Gangster Keith likes to use that double stomp from the top rope. And I got to admit, prettiest yet most brutal double stomp I've ever seen since Kevin Sullivan.
Pulls him back up to his feet. Drives the shoulder into the midsection. Snapmares Aries out of the corner. And wrapping the legs around the body of Aries. Putting a lot of pressure on the midsection of Aries with the body scissors. Trying to fight his way out of it is the champion.
Aries looking to constrict the ribs in the midsection of Aries here. Maybe take a little bit of breath out of him. Also maybe cramp him up. Definitely try to wear him out, setting him up for the double stomp.
And he had his shoulders down to the canvas for a near fall right there. Taking his shoulders down to the canvas with that body scissors. And now changes it up and has it around the head. Todd Sinclair applies the count. Handful of Aries' hair. Trying to work his way out of it, and he does, and he connects with a drop kick right to the mush. Nice escape from Aries.
Nice escape, but Aries a little slow to his feet. That's what I like to see. I'm rooting for Low Ki.
Low Ki trying to shake off the effects. Back rake from Aries. Nice to see that this is a one-on-one matchup thus far without any of the Rottweilers or their thugs at ringside. As now it's Aries driving his shoulder into the midsection of Ki. Choking away in the corner. Sinclair getting in there. Thus far, we haven't really seen Key focus on the neck of Aries. Could be a tactical mistake on his part, not going after that injury.
Oh, definitely. Makes you wonder if Key's been paying attention, if Key's been doing his homework.
Aries trying to go up and over in the corner, rolls to the other side of the ring, off the second, connects with the elbow.
That's a go-to move by Austin Aries right there. You catch the guy off guard, he doesn't know where you went.
Key out on the floor now. And as Aries went to soar through the ropes, Key connected with the kick, putting a stop to whatever Aries had in mind.
You know, we keep mentioning the Rottweilers, we keep mentioning Homicide and Smokes and various gang members and thugs and criminals and all this other stuff, but don't forget about Roderick Strong and Jack Evans. Even though Roderick Strong's probably nursing his wounds right now in the back, you know, Generation Next you better believe is looking out for their own. Just like the Rottweilers are looking at Low Key right now.
And Key driving his elbow into the neck of Aries right there.
Look at him, he's like a little ape. He's climbing all over stuff.
Doing damage to that body part. Finally working it over here. As Aries in a seated position in the center of the ring, looking to wear the man down.
How intimidated is the official right now? Because, I mean, Low Key has been suspended in the past for striking an official. Does that come into play in a match like this, Dave?
Oh, of course. If you're Todd Sinclair, you know that you have your hands full with an athlete like Low Key who's willing to do whatever it takes in that ring. Working over the midsection of Low Key, breaks free of his clutch. Off the ropes comes Aries, but gets met with yet another elbow strike.
Just got clobbered. He's
out on his feet. And Key with a vicious clothesline.
He's absolutely just measured. Took the man's head right off.
And Key's right here on his home turf, here in New York. Definitely a big matchup in his mind, whether it's title match, non-title or not. Key has something to prove. Again, going to work on the neck of Aries. Chop right across his chest. But Aries trying to fight his way out of the corner. Another chop from Key. Aries with the forearm strike. And another chop from Low Key.
So an interesting little fact about Austin Aries, he's a southpaw. And if you know anything about anything, especially in boxing, you know, you never mess with a lefty.
Key belly to back suplex positioning. Drives him down on that neck. You see Aries clutching at his neck. Covered by Key, but not putting a lot of his body weight into that cover.
You know, Rocky was a lefty, and Apollo Creed took him for granted. You know what happened there.
Pulls Aries back up. Face first into the turnbuckle he goes. Another solid chop. And takes a swat at Sinclair, but he's not getting intimidated. Trying to lay down the law.
Well, Sinclair definitely not shy about throwing his authority around. As earlier, of course, we saw him throw Julius Smokes out of ringside area.
Aries setting to the buckle hard. Key comes charging. Aries moves out of the way. Sunset flip. Only gets two.
Very nice maneuver by Aries. Aries to his feet. Low Key looks for that lariat one more time.
Going for that crucifix bomb. Key holds his ground, trying to get the sunset flip. And Key with the double stomp. Low Key successfully blocking that crucifix bomb attempt by Aries, staying on his feet, and hits the high impact double stomp to work over the champion. Key finally going for the cover. But no, Aries gets his shoulder up. Hesitated before going for the cover. Key getting very focused. Measuring Aries for the kick.
Crowd split 50-50 as you see Aries with determination to still fight.
his head. Fighting his way back to his feet after Low-Ki gave him everything that he had, and Aries just asked him to bring it on.
That kid's got a lot of heart. The fighting spirit of Austin Aries coming out here today at the Supper Club. And to think it's only mid-afternoon.
Both men back up to their feet. Running forearm strike from Aries. Got Ki backed into the corner. Sends him across the ring. Running drop kick to the face. Aries gets an earfall out of it.
And Aries has just got to be beat up. His body's got to feel so crummy from his grueling schedule.
Definitely favoring that neck that Low-Ki has started to work on. Another forearm strike from Ki. Aries staying on his feet, dishes it right back out, and down goes Ki. Pulling him back up. Aries now with Low-Ki. Set into the ropes. Off he comes. Aries catches him waistlock. German suplex with the bridge.
Can't hold that bridge. That neck is damaged.
Aries has Low-Ki down, needs to follow up here. Maybe looking to position him properly to go for high impact maneuver. 450 splash. No, the twisting body press. But Ki gets his feet up.
Right back to that midsection that's already been softened up from earlier in the match.
Kick to the chest, hard from Low-Ki. Springboards off the second and connects with the back of the head of Austin Aries, sending the champ to the floor.
And that brings me back to Bitter Friends, Stiffer Enemies in 2003. That is the same kick that knocked out the retired Danny Mock. Right to the back of the neck, and Aries is on the ringside apron.
And that could have saved Aries the matchup right there. The fact that he rolled to the floor. If he was still inside the ring, this thing could be over. Both men physically paying the price of this hard-hitting action.
Well, Aries is moving, but it still remains to be seen if he's 100% there. Oh, look at him. His legs aren't under him.
Ki pitches him back inside the ring. Cover. No, Aries with his shoulder up.
Low-Ki does not hook the leg. I mean, it's clear right now that Austin Aries does not know where he is.
Low-Ki out to the apron now. Looking to climb up top.
Could be setting up for that double stomp.
But Aries moved out of the way. Back to his feet. Running drop kick with tremendous force. Sends Aries into the buckle. Aries kicks out.
Hooks the leg that time and still only garners a 2 count. You know, right now, Dave, you see him going for the, what is it, he calls that the dragon clutch, trying to turn the man over to his belly, trying to hyperextend that neck, almost choke Aries out. And I just picture that anaconda vice wrapped tightly around that nice little neck of Austin Aries, and then I picture that belt around my waist. Death Before Dishonor 3. Dave, I know that belt is mine. It's coming home next week.
He's got Aries up on his shoulder there. Aries trying to fight his way out of this position.
Hit it, Ki, hit it. Go for the Ki Crusher.
Aries dumps him on his head, but only gets 2. Aries was able to successfully wiggle out of the position for the Ki Crusher. And looking for the 450 now. But Low-Ki holding onto the foot of Aries so that he can't climb to the top. Fights him off. Now Aries climbing up top.
This is the 3rd Death Before Dishonor, Dave, and I gotta say, I'm 2-0 in Death Before Dishonor. I beat Raven at his own game in a dog collar match. In my hometown of Chicago, myself and my partner, Ace Steel, absolutely had the most brutal Chicago street fight in the history of the wrestling business against BJ Whitmer and Danny Moff. This is my 3rd Death Before Dishonor, and if you think I'm going home a loser regardless of who I'm going to wind up working for come Sunday morning, you are mistaken.
Aries all the way up. Stomp across the chest of Low-Ki. Low-Ki gets his shoulder up.
That's a trademark maneuver that Low-Ki likes to dish out, used against him. How does it feel, Low-Ki? Spoonful of your own medicine.
Aries still favoring that neck. Giving it his all title on the line or not. You can hear the very vocal New York crowd supporting their chosen wrestler. Knee strike from Low-Ki. Capo kick sends Aries into the corner. And Aries just measuring Ki for that kick to the side of the head. 450.
This is how he put down Samoa Joe.
But Low-Ki kicking Todd Sinclair, sending him into the ropes, which inadvertently took the balance away from Aries, crotched on the top turnbuckle.
I don't think there's anything inadvertent about that, Dave Prazak. That was completely intentional.
Well, intentional on Ki's part. I just meant the momentum that sent Sinclair into the ropes. But now, Low-Ki looking to capitalize. Headbutt. All the way up top goes Low-Ki. Hooks the head of Aries.
This has been a war here this afternoon at the Supper Club. Both men jockeying for position on the top rope. Austin Aries is winning thus far.
Combination of kicks from Low-Ki to the head of Aries. All the way up top he goes. Crusher off the top rope. Low-Ki trying to get the energy to follow it up with a cover.
The neck of Austin Aries has absolutely been demolished here tonight and over the course of the last few weeks.
Cover! And Low-Ki gets the victory. Low-Ki pins the reigning ROH World Champion with the Ki Crusher off the top rope. More damage done to the neck of Austin Aries.
Wait a second, we got Homicide out in the ring.
Homicide checking on the condition of his fellow Rottweiler, Low-Ki, after a hard-fought matchup. But you gotta wonder about the condition of the neck of Austin Aries going into that title defense at Death Before Dishonor 3 against yourself, CM Punk.
What you gonna do when your champion is gonna have a broken neck? Let's do something that's bad in the business right now.
Did he say let's do something that's been banned?
No. Not the Count Killer double stomp. It's Generation Next, Roderick Strong, and Jack Evans coming to the aid of Austin Aries before the Rottweilers can put him on the injured list alongside Jay Lethal. Jack Evans putting his body on the line with a double moonsault. Roderick Strong checking on the condition of Austin Aries.
Wait a minute, Jay Lethal now behind Low-Ki.
Full Nelson. Jay Lethal connects with the Dragon Suplex on Low-Ki. A little bit of payback, and Low-Ki is left laying in his own hometown by Jay Lethal. For Jimmy Bauer, I'm Dave Prazak. Thank you, CM Punk. Big opportunity next week at Death Before Dishonor 3.
love pro wrestling. I love pure wrestling. I love everything. I'm just a lovable guy. And what a show tonight, huh? Nigel McGuinness and Samoa Joe, Shane Douglas putting over the pure title. You know, Nigel, when you're not kicking people in the balls and hitting them in the head, you know, you're such a great wrestler. Move for move, hold for hold, catches can you? I can, he can, she can, we can, you cannot. Because my friend, you did not come home victorious. And who did? Samoa Joe, the pure title champion, the champ. Well, Joe, when Colt Cabana's gonna get in the ring with you, it's gonna be a fun time, because I know you're a tough guy, Mr. Meanie Pants, Mr. I'm gonna beat some people up here in Ring of Honor. Well, Joe, I might like to have good times and great memories, but I can also bring it, baby. I'm a wrestler, first and foremost. So I got a question for you, Joe, when we meet in the ring. One question. Who's got 2 thumbs and loves the pure championship? The champ is here. Get it?
Hey guys, the champ's over here, Austin Aries. Austin Aries, can I talk to you for a minute?
Look in my eyes. Do I look like I want to talk to you right now?
Well, we just want to get like one scoop about the neck. You took an awful bump. How's your neck?
Well, obviously it's still here, and it's not broken because I'm still walking. So it's just fine.
Okay, but next time you've got CM Punk. CM Punk's coming for the belt.
Well, CM Punk, if you just watched that match, you saw what I just went through, and I'm still standing. And next time, CM Punk, me and you, I don't care what you do to me, this belt is staying around my waist. Get out of here.
All right, everybody, the champ, one tough son of a gun. We'll see next time when CM Punk comes after the ROH title.
You know, we're here just like we said we were gonna be, but I don't see the Carnage Crew anywhere. We'll fight them anytime, any place.
Hey, yo! You little bastards, you know where to find us. Come on.
Are you serious? You're serious?